So you found it. Maybe on the browser history, maybe on a phone left unlocked, maybe your spouse finally just told you the truth. But in that moment, everything you believed about your marriage cracked right down the middle. And here's what almost nobody will tell you. What you're feeling right now, it's not an overreaction. It is grief. Pornography is not a harmless habit. It is a betrayal of the trust and the intimacy that God designed your marriage to hold. And the wound it leaves is so real. I sat across from hundreds of couples in this exact place over the 40 years of counseling. And here's the part that gives me hope every single time. The marriages that face this honestly often come out on the other side stronger, more connected than they were before. Not in spite of the crisis, but because of how they walked through it. So today I want to walk you through 5 steps to healing after porn betrayal. Stay with me to the end though, because the 5th step is the one most people skip, and it is the one that changes everything. Step 1, name it honestly. Healing cannot start until both of you stop minimizing what happened. The most common phrase I hear from the spouse who got caught is, "It's not that big of a deal." And that sentence keeps couples stuck for years. Pornography damages trust. It distorts intimacy, and it builds a wall between two people who are meant to be one. For the betrayed spouse, this is not jealousy. It is the loss of safety inside your own marriage. For the spouse who is caught, naming it without excuses is the first act of love that you can offer. Naming it is not about shame. It's about telling the truth so that the truth can start to heal you. I really believe that most men don't realize the depth of the hurt we cause our wives. When they discover that we have been looking at porn, the hurt is so real. I remember a couple where the husband was stuck there. He thought logically and cannot see a reason for his wife's emotions. Her emotions were a mix of anger and pain. So I met with her by herself and I helped her deal with the anger and to express her pain. And in the next counseling session with her husband, she was able to do that, and I saw change in him. It didn't solve everything, but it was a big step forward. Step 2, let the wounded spouse set the pace. So here's what no one tells the spouse who got caught. You don't get to decide when your spouse is over it. You deliver the wound. They set the timeline for healing. Building trust is a process. It's not a single conversation. Think months, maybe years, not just days. And saying just get over it has no place in real restoration. Pressure to rush only deepens that wound. The betrayed spouse needs patience, gentleness, and room to grieve without being managed. For the one who caused the pain this season, ask for humility. Your job is to show up consistently, not to demand a finish line. Step 3, make transparency the new normal. Trust is not rebuilt with promises. It is rebuilt with verified honesty over time. The word, that's how you got here. Change behavior is what gets you out. Open devices, passwords shared, nothing hidden, accountability software installed on every phone, tablet, and computer, regular scheduled check-ins where questions are welcome, not punished. A trusted same-gender accountability partner outside your marriage. Transparency feels invasive to the spouse who got caught. That feeling is exactly the cost of rebuilding what was broken. Over time, transparency stops feeling like surveillance and starts feeling like safety for both of you. Step 4, get real help and get it now. This is rarely a white-knuckle, fix-it-yourself situation. The couples who try to heal in secret usually circle the same pain for years. What real help looks like? Well, a counselor who understands both the addiction side and the marriage side. You need both addressed, not just one. And get out now, not next month. Delay lets roots grow deeper. Accountability wrapped in grace, never shame. Shame doesn't fix people. It drives them deeper into hiding. And that's exactly how God deals with us, truth and grace together. We name the sin honestly, and we refuse to throw away the person. That is the model for your marriage too. Most of you have heard our story of when we were close to divorce in the early years of our marriage. We were going in circles, we were resolving nothing, and we were digging deeper holes in our marriage. We knew very little about marriage and counseling. This was 8 years before I went back to school to become a counselor. So we met with a counselor at the University of Oklahoma, and it was a game changer. I don't remember everything the counselor said, but we walked away with hope and with a plan. Step 5, rebuild intimacy on purpose. Here's the 5th step almost everybody skips. Removing the pornography is not the same as rebuilding the marriage. You've got to put something in its place on purpose. Rebuild across all 5 types of intimacy. Emotional intimacy, honest conversation about fear, hope, and hurt. Intellectual intimacy, sharing what is going on in your minds again. Physical intimacy, reconnecting slowly with the other person fully present, not somewhere else in their mind. Experiential intimacy, shared time, dates, and rhythms that knit you back together. And spiritual intimacy, praying together, even when it is awkward at first. I've prayed for years that my desire would be for Nancy and her only. And God has answered that prayer. When your mind is somewhere else, you are cheating both of you out of the intimacy that God intended in your marriage. Rebuilding means choosing each other again, one day at a time. So, if you're in this right now, hear me clearly. Your marriage is not over. I've walked with so many couples through this exact valley, and there's real hope on the other side. This is bigger than one video, though. One video can't hold all this. That's why we created 2 free webinars to walk you through it step by step. So, free webinar 1 is 5 steps to healing after porn betrayal. Free webinar 2 is rebuilding trust and establishing boundaries after an affair. Both are free, and both go far deeper than we could go here today. The link is in the description. So take the next step today, not next month. You don't have to walk this alone, and you were never meant to. There is hope. Guys, there really is.